Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am going to be doing a foundation review. I recently picked up the new Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation. I picked it up from Ulta and I've been using it for the last couple weeks, so I wanted to do a review for you guys. Starting off with the packaging, it comes in a really nice glass jar. It has a frosted glass jar with a gold lid. I really think the packaging is super cute and easy to store. As far as how the actual product sits in the jar goes, this is extremely messy. And I just don't like the way they come in a jar like this. You guys know I prefer pumps on foundations, but this is just really messy because when you put that lid down, a lot of the product on the outside kind of oozes out and it's just not practical, especially if you're traveling or anything like that, because if you drop this, it's game over. You are going to get this everywhere and it's so thick that it would be extremely hard to get out of carpet or floor anywhere. It's just impossible. So I do not care for the packaging. I just think it's really messy. The product itself is a super thick gel consistency, and I blended it out with a beauty blender on half of my face, and then I went in with a brush on the other half, and it blended out beautifully. It wasn't hard to blend out at all, but I will say that this foundation claims to smooth out your skin and blur any pores or fine lines. I did not notice that. I actually noticed that this foundation was settling into fine lines, especially underneath my eyes. It was a nightmare. I had to go in at least 2 or 3 times while I was doing my makeup to kind of get rid of that. Another thing I noticed about this foundation is it never set on my skin. I waited about 30 to 40 minutes, and even when I would like touch my face like that, the product, I could see it on my fingers, and you could see like my fingerprints on my face. So that was not good either. The only time it actually set was when I went in with some powder and just powdered my face, and then it was okay. But I've never had a problem with foundations not setting, so this was the first time I've had that issue. So this foundation comes in 10 shades, and the shade I have is medium honey. The thing I will say about the shade selection is there's more pink tone shades available. I didn't find many yellow undertones at all, especially ones to match my skin. So I tried to get the closest one, and you'll see in the demo that it's definitely lighter. But when I went in with bronzer and when I contoured, it kind of warmed up my face and it was okay. But if I didn't do any of that, you could definitely tell that my face is lighter than my neck and the rest of my body. So keep that in mind. If you are yellow undertone, it's going to be hard to find a good shade since there's only 10 shades available. This product contains 1 fluid ounce, and that's pretty standard for all foundations, even at the drugstore or high-end. 1 fluid ounce is typically what you're going to get. This foundation is exclusive to Ulta for $39, so it's not necessarily the cheapest foundation, but it's not the most expensive either. I will say that this foundation claims to wear for 12 hours, and I cannot see myself wearing that for 12 hours. I've had it on so far for about 6 hours, I want to say, and I've already had to touch up and blot twice. And if you guys watch my other videos, you know I'm super dry, and I never have to powder, I never blot or do anything. But I don't know why this foundation, when you originally put it on, it's more of like a satin finish. It's not dewy, it's not matte. But as the time goes on, it gets super dewy, almost oily. So if you are oily or even normal skin, I do not think you guys will like this foundation. I think you'll get too oily and the foundation starts to move around after a few hours. So that was my experience with this foundation. The thing that I do like about it is it contains amazing properties. It's got hyaluronic acid and vitamin C, and those products are just supposed to hydrate your skin and plump your skin to make it look fresh and young. So I do appreciate that about Tarte, and of course Tarte always has amazing products that are cruelty-free, gluten-free, paraben-free, so that's always a plus. But as far as this foundation for my skin, I just didn't like it. And I don't know if you guys remember, years ago, and they still have it, but Revlon had a gel whipped foundation, and it came in a jar like this. It had a black lid. That was my jam back in the day. I used to wear that foundation all the time. I loved it. It made my skin look smooth and flawless, and I was hoping this would be like a better version of that, but it's not. The thing that I don't like about this foundation is that it settled into fine lines and made me look older. And I don't know, I just didn't like the way it set on my skin, and it just kind of moved around. When I first applied it, I got medium coverage, and I don't think you could get full coverage without it looking cakey. So what I did is I applied one layer, and then areas that I had like dark spots or acne, I would just go in and kind of spot treat those areas. But if I went in with 2 full layers, it would look so heavy and it would look like a mask. So this is definitely medium coverage, and you can tell that you're wearing makeup. There's nothing natural about this foundation. And that's mainly because it's a thicker consistency, so you're definitely going to tell that you have foundation on just because of the way it's going to sit on your skin. So that was my review on that foundation. I had such high hopes for that foundation. I was so excited to try it, and I'm kind of bummed that it didn't work out. But if you guys have tried it and you found a way to make it work, or you had these issues and then you tried something else and it worked, please let me know. I'm still going to work with it a little bit, but I've worn it at least 8 or 9 times for the whole day, and I got the same results every time. It would kind of settle. It made my skin look oily, and not oily like dewy oily, just like oily like you've just been wearing it for like 24 hours. It just did not look good. So I was sad about that, but I hope you guys found this video to be helpful, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.